Good.
2 out of 4. 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4. 2.
Oh, they played 4?
They played 4.
Oh, so
they split.
I thought it was a win.
I'll take 2 out of 4 on the road from them all day, every day. Yes. Hi, America. Welcome to THC Thursday.
But that's why they're in the same spot.
I know, but because Seattle's playing unbelievable.
Ridiculous.
So, yeah, and we'll get into that in a second, too. Welcome to IDD, for those of you who know I don't disagree. That is the redoubtable one himself, Thomas Izzo. Thomas J. Thomas J to the Lapers. The highly questioned one, Ronald to the J, Miliaccio. RJ, for those of you who are really in the know.
Do you know what Wu-Tang stands for, RJ?
Wu-Tang? No, I don't.
Witty, unpredictable talent, and natural game. For anybody who didn't know.
I didn't know that.
That's a pretty sick acronym. Witty, unpredictable talent, and natural game.
Special ed.
To the layperson.
To the layperson. But anyway.
Dude, I fucking hate the way this damn koozie always comes up with the can.
Well, let me switch it on. Hold on. What if we try
It's like a sticky koozie.
This is fitting.
It's a sticky
Try
bob.
that. See if that happens.
We've been friends for so long, I can't remember which one of us is the bad influence. That is completely true. Because most people would point to this fucker and say it's him.
Justifiably so, I might add.
But
you'd have a case. You'd certainly have a case.
But I can take a ship down with the best of them.
If you're looking for someone to spring a leak,
bingo.
There it is.
Moby Dick over here.
There it is. Mr. Iceberg himself. Anyway, segment 1.
The USSS Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. Segment 1, all things Major League Baseball. You're not going to believe this, boys and girls. The Red Sox are still in it.
Still 3 games behind the Jays.
Still 3 games behind the Jays in the midst of a murderer's row a couple of weeks here. They get out of Houston today with a decisive split. Last night was the definition of Donnie. Tonight was the definition of bum blasting. They beat this team down, and the pitcher they did it to was on a roll when he came in.
Who was it?
What was his name? He's got the glasses. He was 9-4.
Was it France?
Yeah, I think it was France.
Damn, I thought he was like a position player.
Oh, he's had a good year.
2 1/3, 11 hits, 10 runs.
They literally...
Holy shit.
It looked like the Gas House Gorillas in Bugs Bunny, where it was a conga line around the bases, and they're like, bap.
Okay, so extrapolate that. What's that earned run average over 9? 10 runs in 2 innings means 20 runs in 4, means 40 runs in 6, 60 runs
80
in
runs
8.
and 80
it's
runs.
50. It's 50. It's an ERA of 50.
If it's
70, sorry.
It's 10 runs every 2 innings?
Mm-hmm.
So 20, 30, 50. 50 runs.
Is it 50?
50.
Oh, that's right.
And they didn't stop with him.
50 earned runs.
Because they belted out 24 hits en route to a 17-1 bum blasting of a very, very good baseball team. After they blew the first game, they go up 3-0, and then it was 9-4, and it felt like 20-4. They didn't do any better in game 2. Like, oh my God, this is gonna be ugly. But then game 3 last night was a Donnie in the Brook. They fought, they kicked, they clawed. Chris Sale battled one of the better lineups in the game. He did give up 4 runs, but he struck out 9. He threw 80 pitches, got through 4, and it was when he left, they were in the game. Which
4
earned runs on the road.
No, 4 earned runs is good, but 4 innings.
He threw 81 pitches. He struck out 9.
Can't throw 100.
He struck out 9. I don't know. They got him on a pitch count. They got him out of there with a 4 to 2. Look, they were in the game. They were in the game.
Bullpen did a hell of a job.
Bullpen did a hell of a job. Held them to 1 more run. The Sox finally woke up, and they got 3 in the 10th to win it, or 2 in the 10th. 3 because they got 1. It was 7-5. It was 4-4.
Right,
And to take the first one, and then today it was the Gas House Gorillas before Bugs Bunny showed up, and literally this guy Francis, who was on a roll coming in, this dude was hot. He was 9-4.
I've never even heard of him.
I hadn't either, but he's been having a hell of a season for them. They literally bit the definition of a bitch slapping. He didn't get out of the 3rd inning. It was 11-0 when the dust settled in 3 innings. It was already over.
Blue Jays are losing.
And the Jays are losing right now. What inning is that?
Let's go. Orioles is in the bottom of the 7th.
They're playing Baltimore's awesome.
O's are up 5-3. Sorry.
So anyway, 17-1. just for good measure, in innings 8 and 9, they put up 6 more just to leave no doubt. So they closed.
Leave no
They did.
doubt.
That was literally Coach Yost in the huddle going, they get one more run.
I'm going to sit every last one of you.
So 17-1. I was saying to him via text, I thought this was their best win of the season. I really did. Given the circumstances, given that the Seattle Mariners are the hot of the sun right now. They're like that. What do they call that? 6 megawatts. A 5 megawatt, that's hotter than the sun.
Supernova?
6 megawatts is hotter than the sun. That would be the Seattle Mariners right now. For the Red Sox to still be 3 back, or 3.5 back, given they just went to Houston for 4 games, and their reward is the LA Dodgers in Fenway. Mookie Betts' return after 4 years. That's going to be interesting, boys and girls.
This is his first return?
First return to Fenway since he left 4 years ago.
Dodgers are playing good.
Yeah, and the Dodgers are hot. The Dodgers and the Mariners are the 2 hottest teams in baseball. They've both won 8 of their last 10 coming into today. So they've both been white hot, and we get one of them in Fenway tomorrow. The Red Sox pitcher today, Bello, this kid has been having a hell of a year for them. He's now 10-7. His ERA is 3.5. He looked awesome today. He never let them get going. He went 5 innings, and then the bullpen gave up 1 run. But did he give up 1? I think he might have gave up 1, but he was awesome. And coasted to this win, decisive win today. And again, to his point, right now Toronto is losing, so they have a chance to pick up a game on Toronto. Look, if you told me before they got to Houston,
they could be 2 games back.
Yeah, they could be. But if you told me that they were going to split, take 2 out of 4, I wouldn't have believed you. I wouldn't have believed you. Yeah, the way Houston has been playing. So very impressed with the way they bounced back, especially to the way the first 2 games went down.
I think they beat Verlander last night. He might have not gotten the loss, but
no, it was a no decision. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, they got into it. Him and Cora got into it. Alex Cora. Yeah.
He told Cora to fuck off.
Yeah, told the fuck off.
I know Cora said something back. He just didn't get picked up.
Yeah. So,
dude, good news for y'all. Lance Lynn is pitching for the Dodgers tomorrow.
His ERA is worse than mine.
Right, but so he's one of those guys who was pitching on the White Sox. Since he's gone to the Dodgers, I think he's been okay. But I'd still rather be facing him than anybody else.
Oh, hell yeah. No.
And then Saturday, Urias, he's good.
Yeah, we might have Crawford or Crudlow, or whatever his name is, going against him.
Paxton on Saturday.
Yeah, Paxton is pretty good.
Tomorrow's TBD.
Yeah,
Why is that?
I don't know. They're saying
it's not going to be a bullpen, is it?
They said either. Well, the 2 guys that were up were Crawford.
Crawford Saturday.
He's Saturday.
Or no, Paxton Saturday.
Paxton Saturday. Crawford and Pavetta.
Pavetta just pitched.
Yeah, so that's probably going to be Crawford, I think.
And then Houck is on Sunday. I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him either.
He's 3-7 with a 5. Fuck.
So they're dropping.
Well, you're gonna have to hit.
You got to hit.
Period.
So they're in Fenway. So if you want to face the Dodgers, you want to face them in Fenway. Right now,
gotta give the Sox a ton of credit.
Right now, the Red Sox are 3rd in the AL in batting. Okay, 3rd in the AL in hits. I'm sorry, RBIs rather. 3rd in hits, 8th in RBIs. This is their offense.
Home runs?
They're like 18th in home runs. They're not hitting a lot of home runs. But RBIs and hits, they're hitting the ball over the yard.
Good.
And today it was workmanlike. Yeah, Devers got one, another guy got. But this was like the conga line. I'm telling you, it was the Gas House Gorillas.
Gap shot.
Yeah, it was double, single, and then there was a couple of walks because they rattled these guys so much. I'm telling you,
For real.
They should have shut off the bases in the 3rd inning. They were drunk as a fucking skunk, with the Red Sox just all around the bases, just crazy. So, best performance of the year. Both offensively and defensively.
And they get the Astros again on fucking Monday?
After, yeah. I think they come up to Fenway.
Fuck.
So
they should just fucking took it to them, though.
Yeah, they went 6-4 on that road trip. That was impressive. And let's see. Look, they're going to have to grind. They're going to have to go through this. I'm not saying, but look, if you told me that, again, I'll say it again. If you told me back in March that on August 24th.
You know I hate that.
I know, but I didn't. You heard me. You were there. You heard what I was saying. I think they win 40 games all year. Yeah. What they're 68-60. Who fucking nobody predicted that. Nobody.
They got a chance to be double digits over 500 by the end of the year.
They could be.
They keep playing like this. They will be.
I keep saying Alex Cora is manager of the year, and this is becoming more and more obvious. So,
dude, all they have to do is hold the fort down.
Yeah.
Against the Dodgers and
Houston.
Houston.
Right.
Split that.
Split that.
Go 3-3.
3-3.
Then you got 3 against KC where you need to
Should
mop
sweep
up.
them. You sweep them.
But then you've got Tampa and Baltimore back to back.
The Red Sox have done very well against Baltimore. Now,
Really?
Tampa has owned them, but McClanahan's out.
So is Wander Franco.
He was a big reason that they owned the Red
So is
Sox.
Mr. Middle
'Cause
School.
McClanahan's record against us, I don't know that we've ever beaten him.
Well, good.
I don't know that we have. We might have beaten him once.
And they're
maybe
once.
once.
Maybe their best position player is not in the game anymore.
Yeah. So this is not the same Tampa team that's been wiping their ass.
So you
with the
get
Red Sox.
KC and then Tampa step
Yep.
down a notch.
Yep. And then
Then you get Baltimore,
who
but
we match up well with.
And
We've
then
done
4 against the Yankees where you could probably fucking take all 4.
Oh, the Yankees are done. They lost again tonight.
They lost 2 out of 3 to the Nats.
Nah, they're done.
Well, even though y'all did that inexplicably.
Inexplicably.
I said splicted. Inexplicable.
Inexplicably.
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 You should have been a B for bong. Anyway, inexplicably. I don't know if you could say it.
Oh, man, this is going to be a good finish.
Yeah. So, in any event, look, they're
In
in
other
it.
news, the Mets blow.
Well, you want them to blow. You know, Alonzo's third in baseball in home runs, or fourth. He's 39
He's a
39
monster.
dingers. He's a monster.
Dude,
You know, they need to get rid of him, though, in the offseason. That guy's trash. Get him out of there. What a
the
clubhouse
more-
cancer he is.
The more I listen to the radio, the more I think that's going to happen in the winter. I think they're going to trade him.
Why?
Okay.
What do I not know here? What holy nugget did you just stumble upon in the past 48 hours?
So it's not a holy nugget, but everybody who's said it so far have been like, shut up, you're an idiot, because they haven't really made any points with it, right? It's just, Alonzo's got to go, he's part of the problem. And it's like, no, shut the fuck up. He's not part of it.
How is he part?
He's not part of the problem, okay? Alonzo's a great Met, and it'd be awesome for him to finish his career here. I think, though, what could happen, and the way that ownership is doing things now, they might be skittish when it comes to give an 8 to 10 year contract to a 29-year-old power hitter at $40 million a year.
What if they offer him 5 years?
He wouldn't take it.
How do you know that?
5 years, great.
Do you think anybody else is going to offer him 8?
Yeah.
Who's that dumb?
Dude, they just gave Aaron Judge fucking
Wait,
8 for...
How old is Aaron Judge?
Aaron Judge is probably older than Pete Alonso. I think he's 30.
What?
Aaron Judge is going to be ancient by the time that contract's over.
He's 30 now?
I think so. Let's see.
Are you sure?
He came into the league a year before Pete.
He's 30.
31.
31.
And he's injured. Oft injured. The one year he didn't get injured, he hit 60 fucking bombs. He got fucking 8 years for, or maybe it was 9 for 360. So what I'm thinking is, if that's what his value is, and they're talking to Pete, let's say they go to Pete's camp and they say, look,
But who are you going to replace him with?
that's not the issue. That's not, you can't think about it like that.
Okay.
Okay, so if they're talking to his camp and say, look, what will you realistically sign for? Because we'd love to have you 5 years, $40 million a year. Okay? We'd love that. And he goes, no, I'd rather get 8 years, $40 million.
Well, ask the question. You don't know till you ask.
No,
Maybe he
think,
wants
no,
to
but
stay
I
a Met.
think, I think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to ask that question, and he's got to think about himself in that scenario. If he can get more, he's going to go get more.
5 years at $40 million is a problem?
If he can get more, why would he take it?
Who is going to give him 8 years? And by the way,
I'm telling you, they just gave it to Judge. He's 2 years younger than Judge.
I think they gave Judge because they didn't pay Judge enough for the first part of his career.
It's the same thing as Pete Alonso. That's every rookie on their first deal. They're not getting paid shit. It's just arbitration.
Judge broke an American League home run record.
Pete Alonso's hit more home runs than Aaron
Anybody
Judge
in the last 4
since
years.
2019.
I know. Which is why you should give him the 8 years.
But I don't think. I think what could happen is they have that conversation. They realize,
Because
look,
there's always the DH. Like, if he can't, he can in the DH role, like Poppy, to extend his career.
That's true.
He's still got the bat. The bat's the thing.
yeah. I'm not saying trade him. I'm saying based on the things I'm hearing, it's
He's
changed my
proven.
perspective in terms of what ownership and general management might
Yeah,
do.
but wouldn't you pay for? He's proven.
Right, but the last 4 years of the contract are going to suck.
That's only if he sucks.
Most
You're
people do at that age. Look at Albert Pujols. Best right-handed hitter in my generation. Angels give him a 10-year deal. He sucked for 7 years.
7 of the 10. I don't think that's going to happen with Alonzo.
I agree with you. But I didn't think that was going to happen with Pujols.
I think they're different people.
Although Pujols, coming out of high school was like 35.
Yeah, how old was Pujols? Because, by the way, that's a question that never got answered. And it was asked, America.
Pujols was the kid in the Little League World Series with the beard.
Yeah.
And he was like 6'1".
Yep, the beard, and he pulled up in a limo.
It was like he was 12 in
And
June, I
it
swear
was
to God.
his driver, not his dad's.
Hold on, when's the cutoff? July 1st? Yeah, he was 12 in June.
Yep.
Now he's 13.
12 decades.
Now he's 13.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so I think that could happen. And it would be sad.
I think the Mets would be monumentally stupid to let that guy go. Unless you can tell me they've got somebody in the wings that can match or come close to that production. If they have
Those
somebody
kind of
like
guys
that
don't grow on
who's
trees.
6 years younger, then okay, then I understand. that.
Right.
But if you can't give me a name,
Well,
it's
no,
a
there's
stupid
no
move.
way. There's no way.
And he wants to. He's a Met. He's been a Met his whole
He's
career.
a great Met.
Yeah.
He's a great man. I love him.
He's a great teammate by all accounts. No one's ever had a bad thing to say about him.
Actually, no. People are starting to say that.
No, that he might leave. Not that he's a bad teammate or anything.
People are starting to say he's toxic.
How so?
I don't know. It's bullshit to me.
See, if you're gonna make this is what pisses me off, and Joel pulls this shit. You can't say something like that and then not back it up with factual evidence. I don't want your fucking opinion on
I
this.
agree.
If you're gonna make a statement like that, I want the fucking laundry list of shit, the facts, the proven facts that verify what you just said.
Yeah. I mean, when
Because
I
without
watch him on the
that-
field, he looks like a guy that wants to win just as much as anybody on the fucking field. He's pissed at himself when he doesn't come through. He's joyful when he does come through. And I always see him hugging his teammates, doing handshakes with guys. Like, he doesn't seem like he's on an island.
He doesn't. I'm saying he doesn't come off this
No.
way. So where are the fucking examples of this? Don't tell me because this is what pisses me off about beat writers. Okay, they think because
They talk to one fucking
they talk to
silent
one fucking
bitch.
person. There's 25 guys in that locker room. You're gonna go off of one.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody gets along on a team.
Right.
You could have picked the one guy that doesn't like him. I'm just saying, in every locker room, listen to the fucking Bulls in the Last Dance talk about Michael Jordan and what a fucking prick he was.
Right.
But we wanted to okay, he's a fucking prick. You think that? I mean, you think that's
Steve
impossible?
Kerr likes hearing the story about getting punched in the
Getting
face.
punched in the
practice.
face, yeah. I mean, this is the thing. So, look at. I mean, there's got to be 25 guys. It's the odds all 25 like you or love you is not as good. It's opposite.
Here's the only thing I will say.
If he got, I mean,
I hate the 8-year deal at 29. I really do.
you're
I
banking on the fact that he won't perform.
You rarely see these deals work out. You can't tell me one.
Okay, so if he hits 25 home runs at 39 or 22, is that a total bad? Is that a bad?
No,
deal?
that's not a total bust.
But
if he's hurt, if his back's bad.
He's at 39 now. So if his drop off over time is he's still hitting over 20, then he's still producing.
Not for $40 million a year. And by that time, he's
Again,
probably making 55
with a
because
contract-
they backloaded it.
With a contract like that, assuming he at least stays healthy, you have to look at the total performance,
Sure.
not just year to year.
Sure.
Because you're paying him for the total thing, not just year to year. So if you're going to pay him that way, you have to look at it that way. You understand what I'm saying? If you're doing a series of one-year deals, then you can break down every fucking year and tell me what he's worth.
Here's the tough part, is that they typically backload these deals. So the years he's producing less, he's earning more.
I think that makes up for the rookie contract, personally.
No, without a doubt, he deserves it.
To me,
If somebody's going to
to
give
me,
him the
it's,
money, he
it's
deserves
evening
it.
out for what he did when he was on his rookie contract, but you got him on that deal, so you fucking skated.
Well-
Because if he hit 50 home runs in that rookie deal in a season, they fucking got off light.
Well, so here's the thing. When you have a guy break the rookie fucking home run record, who it was just set by Aaron Judge the year before, and your crosstown rival has him, and you now have the guy who dethroned him, sign him that fucking year.
They won't do that.
They should have.
The
The Braves do that.
The Braves will do that. They'll rip up the rookie deal and do it right then.
The Braves have done it with several players. Michael Harrison last year. They called him up. He changed their season. He hit 330 for 2 months.
Maybe
They
that's
signed
why
him.
the Braves are consistently good.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, at that moment, You could go to Pete Alonzo and said, "We'll give you 6 years, $20 million a year."
But who was the owner then? It wasn't this guy.
No, it's fucking Wilpons.
He was a piece of shit.
Yeah. At that point, if you said, "We'll give you 8 years, $20 million a year,"
I see.
he's gonna say yes.
I think your owner now would have done that.
Probably.
I think he would have done
Probably.
that. He strikes me as that type of guy. But the other guy, no. No. He pulled the Jerry Krause. Fucking, that fat fucking piece of shit from Chicago there who screwed Scottie Pippen over 6 ways to Sunday because he had him over a barrel. 6 championships and you can't throw him a bone. That's just terrible.
Actually, maybe he was coming in right after that year.
Who? The owner?
Cohen, yeah.
But he wasn't the owner then, was he?
I'm trying to think.
Was he one of the owners, or was it like a?
This is the third.
Is there a series of owners, and then there's a majority owner?
No, he's the main.
No, he is now. I'm saying back when he came on.
He just he owned a small piece of it. He wasn't involved.
Yes, he was a minority owner, not a majority owner.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And then he became.
But this is his third year, so 2023, so he wasn't here now.
I hear it. Yeah. But anyway, look. My thing is this. If they're going to screw him in the first 5 years of the contract and they're going to play way over that, you can back in these deals. Because to me, that's a fair. That makes up for it. Because first of all, if you're doing that, and the kid, he clearly earned it already.
He has.
He must have. Otherwise, you're not going to do that.
He's got more homers and more RBIs than anyone in the league.
Anyone in the league. That's what I'm saying. If anyone, so why wouldn't you backload the fucking deal? The kid's clearly outplayed what you fucking paid him.
Yeah, fucking give him the money.
Give him the fucking money and don't bitch about it. Because you fucked him 6 ways to Sunday in the first part of it. So and he showed up and performed for you, which says something about the kid, the man.
And if he gets old and he can't perform the last 4 years, cut him and let him take his money and go because he already earned the shit.
He already earned the fucking shit.
That's real ownership.
That's what I'm saying.
You got old? Okay, well, why don't you go home and earn the money?
Yeah.
Okay, because we got another.
Yeah. But you know what? We're not gonna. We didn't forget what you did for us when you were the man. So you know what? Take this. It's a thank you.
We're gonna retire.
And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that.
Not enough owners do that.
Not enough owners do it. That's the fucking truth.
There are some that do.
Some, and those teams, not by coincidence, tend to win.
Yeah.
Because you know what happens? That guy that just retired tells every kid coming up, you want to play for this fucking guy.
Yeah.
And if that guy's in the Hall of Fame, you think they're not going to fucking listen to him? Yeah, they are. Okay? So don't think one hand doesn't wash the other. It's good business. Look, you've heard this a million times. You got to spend money to make money.
Yeah.
And
Let's see.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
No, you were in the middle.
I'm saying if you're going to you're going to sustain success in sports, obviously you've got to have the best talent or close to it, and you only get it if you pay for it.
Yeah.
You get what you pay for. Okay?
And it all comes back around.
Yeah, it'll come back around.
You fuck people, you get fucked.
It will come back to you.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's just good business.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's part of open communication with your people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if Pete Alonso's getting, let's just hypothetically, you sign him to an 8-year deal, or we'll say 7, $45 million a year, I don't know. And, with 2 more years left, you realize you want to go in a different direction. Yeah. You go to the player and say, look, we want to go in a different direction. Yeah. Do you still want to play anymore? Like, can we cut you, or would you rather go play for another team?
Oh, that's good business.
Yeah, because we need to move in a different direction. We're still going to eat your salary. So if you go home,
we're still going to pay you.
We're going to pay you.
Yep.
Because these motherfuckers are making so much money.
Listen.
So much.
What this is the whole point of this. If you're and good businessmen know this. They know they have to spend money to keep making money. And in sports, it's all about the draw. You've got to have something people want to see. They want to pay to see, through the nose to see. If they're not winning, nobody wants to fucking see that.
Through the nose.
Okay? So that's just good business. And every successful businessman knows that.
Or business person.
Yeah. So I have no problem with the Mets backloading that fucking deal. He's earned it. He's totally fucking earned it. What should he have gotten paid for the fucking first contract? How much money do they got left on the table there?
Well, that's before you even play.
I'm saying, but look at the last 4. He's hit more home runs, and he's number 1 in those 2 categories. Are you telling me he did not play this fucking deal?
No, so pick any of these fucking guys who are on 10-year deals for $35 million a year.
And look at the first 10 years of their career if they got it at 30. Because I got news for you. That's why they're getting it, because what they did from 20 to 30, whatever the fuck they came up.
No. Most of the deals now. So like Fernando Tatis, Second year, they signed him to a 10-year deal because they saw,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's good business.
Who else? So Michael Harris Jr.'s on a long deal, not 10 years. Acuna, they did the same thing with Acuna.
Yeah.
The Braves have done it with Austin Riley. They did it, 7-8 year deal. Yeah. And it's like, why wait?
And this is why we're
wait?
pissed at the Red Sox. They won a World Series in 2018 with a very young and talented
With
nucleus.
homegrown.
One guy, homegrown. One guy is left. And the guy has money falling out of his asshole.
And what was Mookie Betts' first year?
I don't know.
How good was he?
That was his second year when they won the World Series.
Three years later, at that point, don't you just lock him up?
3 years later, he's gone.
At that
over
point,
$10 million.
So he leads you
over. It was all this. This was about $10 million.
Ridiculous.
That's Mookie.
Ridiculous.
$10 million more, he would have stayed. That's
insane.
Embarrassing for the best leadoff hitter in baseball, who's won a World Series already in LA, and they have a chance to win one this year.
Look at this. In his rookie year in 2014, he batted .291.
Why do you got to keep opening it? It's my fault. I did this.
In 2015, he batted .291. Is that when they won?
No, 2018 they won.
2018.
Yeah.
In 2016.
They won in 2013 and in 2018.
Okay, so he wasn't there until they didn't win until.
He won the year. He came the year after they won in 2013.
But he's batting .291. So in 2015, second full, his first full year.
Yeah.
In 600 at bats. .291, 77 RBIs, 174 hits, 92 runs scored. 2016, he's batting .318, 113 RBIs, 200 hits.
That's when they won the World Series.
122 runs. 2016.
No, 2018. I'm sorry.
But after the 3 years of 300,
he should have been locked up.
Lock him up. They have to get smarter because when you wait, so if you lock him up and he's 25,
if Theo Epstein didn't leave, he would have been locked up. Theo Epstein would have never let him go.
When did Epstein leave?
He left after the second one.
After 2011?
07.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, he left after that. Went to Chicago.
And then when did Chicago live? When?
A couple years.
16?
No, it was before that.
Like 2014 or
somewhere
something?
in there, yeah. Because they got John Lester from the. I mean, they plucked half of the Red Sox pitching staff, for Christ's sake.
It wasn't 2016.
But
Maybe it was. Maybe it was. No.
To his point, the successful teams he's made in Atlanta's been is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Why? Because they do business like this. When they recognize it, they don't fuck around. They lock it up for a decade because they know if he's 23, hey, yeah, okay, the next 10 years, absolutely.
Right, and if you're only paying him $10 million a year and he stinks after the second year, big whoop.
Big whoop. So, in any event, that's our trip around the sun for baseball. We'll take a quick break. Find Yoda and Betty and Jobu. Segment 2, NFL preseason week 3 started tonight. We will update you on those games. Philly and the Colts, and Pittsburgh was trashing Atlanta. We'll get to that in segment 2. He's looking for something.
Before we go, can I just list some of these contracts for Atlanta?
Sure.
So Austin Riley, experience, 3.1 years. I think that's what that means. He's 26.
Yeah, if it's EXP.
He's on a 10-year, $212 million deal. So they're getting the guy for about $150 million cheaper
than
if you wait till the end of his first contract.
Yeah.
Matt Olson. They paid him. Now he's 29, but at the beginning of last year, so when he was 28, they gave him an 8-year deal, $168 million.
Yeah, locked him up.
Ronald Acuna. This is insane. He's 25. In his 4th year, he's on an 8-year, $100 million deal. Ronald Acuna might be the best player in baseball.
This is why Atlanta stays where they are.
Spencer Strider. 2nd-year pitcher. He's a rookie last year. 6 years, $75 million. That's a steal.
It's a steal.
It's an absolute steal. Sean Murphy, top catcher. 6 years, $73 million. Because he's a baby. You know what I'm saying? He's 28. But still, 6 years. I mean, you didn't have to give him 10.
No.
Michael Harris, 22. Signed him last year to an 8-year, $72 million deal. Off 300, he was hitting 300 for a few months.
They don't wait.
They're fucking smart.
They're very smart with their money.
Ozzie Albies, It goes on, RJ. He's 26. He's on a 7-year, $35 million deal.
All right, now that he's pissing me off even more about the Red Sox, who should still be here.
These motherfuckers, as much as I hate the Braves, they know how to fucking run a baseball
We're gonna take
team.
a break because the Atlanta Braves we just figured out why they've been so fucking good. Tom probably already knew that.
Yeah.
I've
I've been watching it. But see, they've evolved because they didn't do this back in the day.
And now I'm vomiting it because the Red Sox don't do that shit. Anyway, we'll come back. Segment 2, NFL Week 3, fantasy football on the horizon as well. We will get into the fantasy football preview draft and throw out a few names for you, fantasy food gurus. It is a THC Thursday, boys and girls, here in the Sack. They're Double and Highly Questionable. We will see you very soon.
Bingo, bango, bongo.